I know we've actually kind of veered off and we've been really talking about entrepreneurship and your experience as a business owner. What has your experience been like from a client perspective? You know, talk to me about some of those relationships that you've built. Talk to me about the people that you work with.
I think for me, and I think I speak for our whole business, you want clients that reflect your values. You want people that work at your company to reflect the values that you have as an individual, as a business owner, and the values that you instill as a company. And I think ideally you want your customers, your clients to reflect those as well. And so again, it's about, I've got incredible relationships. I've got friendships with people that we work with, that I've worked with for a long, long time. And I value those not only on the work side, but on the personal and the friendship side as well. And that's just through a process of getting to know people and working with people. But it's a lot more fun to work with people that you know and that you like and that you have similar values to and that you might even have a friendship with than people where you're sort of always conflicting and you're always butting heads and you just have a very different worldview. I mean, we'll work with people that we just don't seem aligned that way, but the long-standing relationships, the ones that we return to over and over again, and the ones that are the backbone of our business, they're the ones that there's a real alignment in that type of thing.
What would you say are some of your company values?
I mean, I can list them if you like, but
please, let's hear them. Let's dive into why those are the company values.
But I mean, they reflect my values, which reflect the values that were instilled in me from my mom and dad when I was a kid.
Are these your mom and dad right here?
Yeah. Wow. What
perfect timing.
Perfect timing. It's like it was planned.
I actually think that was your value statement in the background too.
Yeah, which makes it easier because then I can just read them off and trying to remember what they are. But I mean, it's some of the stuff is pretty basic, right? It's honesty, it's accountability, it's oh geez, now I'm going to forget them. It's honesty, it's accountability, it's collaboration because we want to work together. It's being enthusiastic. It's about having fun. It's
why do you think being enthusiastic is important in business?
I think it's important because we spend so much time at the office. I mean, the people that I probably see most in my life are the people that I work with, right? Or to a certain degree, for sure, outside of my family. You want to be enthusiastic about being there every day. You want to be excited about going in. If it's sort of, not exciting or no fun, then you should go do something else, right? And we firmly believe that we want you to come and be here and have fun and have a good time. And hopefully Katerina would understand that we have a good time at our office, right? Our Halloween party was a pretty good time, so I know when to leave because things sort of get out of hand. But so it's a fun environment, and we have a good time and we laugh, and we like to say that we take the work that we do seriously, but we don't take ourselves seriously. And I think that's an important piece for sure. So we want to be enthusiastic, we want to be collaborative, we want to be accountable, we want to be honest, we want to be competitive because I think it's important to go out into the world and try your best and try to win. I mean, we're in a competitive environment, and that's important to us. And lastly, we want to be innovative. We want to try to be leaders. We want to be trying new things, testing new strategies, testing new ways of doing business, and if they work, implementing those things.
So because the business has been around for 25 plus years, It's been through quite a few different economic cycles, the dot-com bubble, 2008, the Calgary oil crisis. Is that what you guys call it?
You guys?
You Calgarians. I'm not originally from Calgary, and I wasn't here during the oil crisis.
The oil crisis, yeah. Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, okay. What have these fluctuations in the market taught you? What do you take away? How do you feel like you weather the next recession or the next economic calamity?
I think it's similar to what we talked about related to problems on an individual project or within your business. You have to try to balance taking a long view and managing the issue at hand sort of in a granular fashion. So, when there's a downturn, when there's a shortage of work, you have to think about the fact that, hey, we're going to get through this. Let's not do anything crazy like cut our staff in half, because on the other side of that, you're going to be looking for those people. Not to mention the fact that you love those people and you value them and you don't want to just sort of send them on their way. But you also need to figure out, hey, how are we going to make ends meet? How are we going to meet our budgets in the short term? So it's a difficult balance, but the first part, taking the long view and thinking about the fact that, hey, we intend to get through this, we intend to see the other side of this, what's it going to look like? we can't just sort of cut bait and not think about that, I think is an important element of it for sure.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. You got to be able to weather it.
You got to be able to, but you have to be able to weather it, right? And so, you have to look at certain things, whether it's spending or whatever. But Calgary for sure, it's seen its share of cycles.
Yeah, boom and bust.
Boom and bust city for sure.
It really is. Hopefully it will stabilize as it continues to grow a little bit.
Yeah, I think the diversification in our city is helped with that for sure.
Has the diversification in our city helped with the amount of projects that you guys can
certainly
work on?
The different types of projects, right? Yeah, I think it's exciting to see whether it's tech or whether it's healthcare or, oil and gas is still strong in our city, but there's all these other industries that have really taken shape. It just creates opportunities for everybody, including us.
What's your favorite type of project to work on?
I like anything that's unique and different and interesting. And I think I drive our operations team crazy because I think they would just do LVT in big square rooms for the rest of time because that would be just straightforward and not a problem. We could make that happen without even thinking about it. But if there's intricacy to the flooring, if there's products that we don't often get to use, so I don't necessarily care if it's a healthcare job or if it's a hospitality job or a school or anything like that. I focus on sort of what's involved in it. If it's complex or interesting or unique, I sort of gravitate to that stuff.
Back to the art moment.
Yeah. There's art. There's artistry not only in the doing of the work, but even in the logistics or the planning, right? Of trying to figure out, man, like we've only got a 3-hour window to do this. What is that going to look like, or how are we going to make that happen? That's all. I find that interesting and challenging.
Operations is actually insanely fun once you get your feet wet.
Oh, no question.
Yeah.
Yeah, operations is great.
I love operations too.
Yeah.
That's my bread and butter.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, like the camera work is my bread and butter as well, but like what I do now in my business is primarily operations.
Yeah.
And so I know like if we have to be at a conference and we have to take the whole studio, like we've got to break the studio down in X amount of time, load up the van in X amount of time.
Right.
We have a 1-hour window to get everything in.
Right.
Build the studio overnight, essentially. Everything has to work perfectly, and then we have to pack it up 2 days later.
And then thinking through each one of those little steps.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, it's excuse me. It's a cool part of any project, like you're saying. That's no different than anything that we would take on.
Mm-hmm.
And some jobs just require that level of detail. Some of them you can say, hey, we're just going to ship the studio and put it together, no big deal. But sometimes you have to sort of get right down into the weeds on it. And that part's fun.
And my last and final question for you.
Yeah.
Can you recall any oh shit moments in the business?
I mean, I have a list a mile long of oh shit moments in the business. I mean, I could probably go back to the office now and have some oh shit moments. Some big oh shit moments. I think the ones that stress me out the most are the ones that, this isn't a surprise, that I feel like I have no control over. And so I feel the biggest oh shit moments when we have a big problem on a job site and there's just not a solution immediately. So, we've ordered red carpet and it was supposed to be green carpet, and the green carpet is 6 months away, and you go, oh shit, like what are we going to do, right? So I mean, and that happens not on every job, but it happens more than we'd still like. And that's why we need to be continually innovating and continually improving and looking for ways that we can get better to streamline and cut down on the oh shit factor. But those are the things that keep me up at night. And they probably shouldn't. I'm not even taking my own advice at this stage, but it's just human nature. I can't help it.
I can definitely appreciate some of those oh shit moments.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I think the longer you've been in business, the more strategies you've learned to cope with those moments.
Yeah.
And you get through them, and that's some of the value of the funny little word called experience.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm sure at this point, after your 20 years in the business.
Oh, well, don't put it that way. I mean, yeah.
You have a lot of experience.
I have lots of experience. That's very true. More than 20 years.
Well, you started when you were 11.
I started, yeah, that's right. So
Yeah.
it's more, a lot more than 20 years.
That's
yeah.
a lot of experience.
A lot of experience, yeah.
Jordan, thank you so much for sitting down with me today and telling me about Universal Flooring, about your family, about your personal history with it, about the people that work with you. I appreciate your openness. This has been lovely.
Thanks, Layla. I appreciate it. It was fun.